Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Can you guess why we're here?
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, yeah. We are so excited to present
Thank
you
you. Hi.
with the Golden Apple as one of our 5 finalists. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I am the autism spectrum disorder teacher at Westport High School, and so I teach reading within the unit. However, I also reach a variety of different students with different exceptionalities. Those exceptionalities can range from mild to severe. Some of them include behavioral exceptionalities. But I'm also an intensive reading teacher here at Westport High School, and I teach students who are struggling readers within the gen ed population. A is a prefix. Oh. Yep. There's a saying in the autism world, once you've met one student with autism, you've met one student with autism. They are all so unique and so different that as an educator it requires me to pursue relationships with them one-on-one. And so what works for one student might not work for his shoulder partner, or might not work for the student in the back of the classroom. And so as an educator, that requires me to get to know my students on an individual level and to have relationships with them where I have to get to know what works for them and what doesn't work for them, and then provide them with the best scaffolds I can to help them reach their fullest potential. We left off at a really good part yesterday. So Marquise, do you mind passing those books out, please? It's no coincidence that there is a movie with the book. A lot of my students, especially with the autism diagnosis and the specific learning exceptionalities, and even my English language learners, the visuals appeal to them a lot better than, say, the text in a book. So I try to provide them with the text and improve their reading comprehension skills, but then the movie just brings it all back around for them. I don't know what goes on in the minds of my students, so sometimes giving them a book, having them read it and expecting them to comprehend isn't always going to happen, especially to grade level. So by having them read the book along with me and then showing them the movie, it helps give them the visuals to help further understand. Now, when I ask, what am I talking about when I say, was it right? I think that I really helped create an awareness through my observations of how you can have a student on the spectrum or a student with a learning disability come to a reading class and enjoy reading through some of the fun activities that we did, including a read aloud, and through our daily fluency, and through a Socratic seminar we had with the article we were reading. And that was the feedback I got from a lot of the observers now that I'm on this side of winning an apple, was that your students were really engaged and they seemed like they wanted to read, and we recognize that.
Also has special.
Yes, it's so exciting to have 2 teachers at Westport get a win. Rookie Teacher of the Year. Being able to walk with the caravan to present Mr. Hartman the Rookie Award was just such an amazing experience, and it just goes to show that Westport is an amazing place to work and learn. And I feel so honored to be at a school where a Teacher of the Year won a Golden Apple and where the rookie won the sole rookie position for the county.
Now you're on the other side of it.
This is so much fun.
Hello, Mr. Hartman.
Hi.
Congratulations, you are our Rookie Teacher of the Year.
Wow. Goodness gracious.
Look who's here.
I'm a Gator fan, as you can tell, and I'm also a Miami Dolphins fan, and we haven't done a lot of winning there recently, so it definitely felt good to get that W with the Rookie Teacher of the Year.
Fans of those 2 teams know about failing, and Marion County's Rookie Teacher of the Year is fine with failure.
So if we started with a cell with 46 chromosomes, we would end up with cells with
40. No, you doubled though.
No, it's not doubled at all. You've got 1 green, 1 orange. 1 green, 1 orange.
Mitosis is always copies the same amount of chromosomes.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get it.
Sometimes I tell them that they are good wrong answers because they're showing me that they have some content knowledge, that they're trying to apply it, and they're just not quite there yet. And that's always okay with bell work, because bell work is usually just a review anyway from the previous day, so maybe they don't totally have it yet. But the fact that they're trying, these are freshmen that you saw, the fact that they are willing to raise their hand once, twice, 3 times and be wrong really says a lot about them, how comfortable they feel with each other in this class, and that's really the culture I would try to create. Is it's okay to be wrong, it's good to be wrong, and learn from those mistakes.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's go. Jabari. What you got for me?
try something new with your students, if there's research to back it up, there's evidence saying that this best practice works for students in your class, I'm going to give it a shot. And that's been my MO since I started teaching, was just, I don't know what I'm doing yet, so I'm going to work with my kids to figure out how they learn best, what different things I can do to bring to the classroom and improve their learning, and make sure that I'm not stealing future opportunities away from them. Biology is a stepping stone to many other sciences and really amazing careers. And so, if I'm not doing my best job in the classroom, then I'm taking opportunities away from them. And so, that drive to do what's best for them and working with our administration to, try new things, I think, the committee saw that, liked it, and I guess picked me.
The Star Wars fan even relishes the failure featured in The Last Jedi.
I know that it is the most divisive Star Wars ever. I absolutely loved it. With Yoda saying, failure is the greatest teacher. I could not agree with that more. On my board of quotes, it says mistakes are proof that you're trying. That is how we learn best, is through failing and improving on those failures. And so, maybe it's that kind of overarching theme of the movie that really struck a chord with me and why I liked it so much.
Sometimes learning opportunities present themselves unexpectedly. Last week's freezing temperatures provided one such occasion, and Christopher Roy, ag teacher at Osceola Middle School, was able to teach a lesson in nature's classroom.
The reason I turned the sprinkler on last night before I went home was to intentionally encapsulate the plants in ice. By doing so, when temperatures go below 32 degrees, it actually keeps the plants at 32 degrees, and they're actually warmer because they're in ice than if they were not in ice. If I hadn't done it, I would have been risking losing some of the plants that I had planted. We do have some flowers here that we're trying to use as pollinators, and I knew I'd be able to probably keep them through the winter as long as I use this method to preserve them on cold nights. As far as the kids go, getting them excited about something, memory is linked to emotion, so when you get them excited about something, they tend to retain it a lot better. First of all, they're amazed by the sight of the ice, but it grabs their interest and gets them engaged, and then we talk about why it is we do what we do. And and I also let them know that it's a lot easier and less expensive to just throw some water on the plants than it is to buy special cloth and stuff like that for the program, when all I have to do is turn the sprinkler on, get the same effect. First of all, they all want to go touch it and everything, and then they realize that when they step on the ground, even the grass is crunchy and covered in ice, so they start slipping a little bit and everything, and losing their footing, and they decided to just kind of hang tight and look instead of jumping out into the garden. But they're definitely going to keep this one in their memory, I think.
On the last weekend of this month, the 26th and 27th, we have a shootout where we're hosting 12 teams that's coming in. It's a two-day shootout, just to get teams prepared and ready for the district tournament and for the playoff. We got Lake Highland Prep that's coming in. We got Wildwood that's coming in. They have the young lady that just signed with West Virginia. Wildwood is defending state champions. We have Spruce Creek that's coming in, and we have Palm Harbor University that's coming in. So we have teams that's coming in that has been in the playoff for the last 2 years, at least the last 2 years. So every team that's coming in has been in the playoffs. There'll be some great basketball going on. There'll be 3 games on Friday and 5 on Saturday.